Welcome to another episode of True Abundance InTRUview. I'm Jeff Kraft. On this episode, we come to you from Mountlake Terrace, Washington, which is just outside of Seattle. Today, we're checking in on the Phoenix Dental Lab, which was started by a husband and wife back in 1997. But their son has joined the company and is mixing it up. Let's go meet him. David, Bach, thank you very much for sitting down with me. I appreciate it. Now, David, you are the son of the conglomerate of what this lab is, the business. How long ago did you start the lab?
1997.
Okay, 97.
So, yeah, it's almost 27, no, I'm 25 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how did you come to the Seattle area?
We live in Alaska for 10 years. And then we moved here because Alaska is too small. Then, you know, the career. So it was my husband, he graduated college in dental technical college. So he wants, you know, to open the business in the biggest city. So that's just we moved here, yes.
Yeah. So tell me about your dad. Your dad started this. So your mom and your dad started this. Tell me about him. What's his demeanor like?
Very professional, but at the same time, he's cracking jokes with the employees. You know, fostering a friendly and kind of like a light environment. A lot of times, he's in a teaching role. You know, he's constantly training us, I guess, teaching us new things. And as he's doing it, he's just using common vernacular to do it. You know, he's just using terms and phrases that we can easily understand and relate to, I think, is a big part. He's very goal-orientated, he's very business-minded. You know, a lot of the decisions that we make here between, you know, my parents and I'll be more of supplying the technical knowledge. This oven is good for this, it goes here. My dad will be looking at it at a much bigger picture, kind of, when you're able to take a step back and see it happen, it's quite cool.
So now, David, you were born into this.
Yeah.
I mean, did you know from a young age, did they just say, hey, listen, you're great, but you're going to work in the lab? Or did you have another option? Is there anything else that you wanted to do before coming here?
It's crazy. Yeah, you're right. You know, born into this. Yeah. This is all that my parents have been doing, and I'm surrounded by this industry. But the one thing that my mom and dad always told me was that we don't want you to get in this industry. You know, we want you to explore your other options, do what you want to do. But I guess that's just, life is funny in a way that you might go for something and somehow it just kind of naturally corrals you back into a certain area. But it wasn't until recently that I was working at UPS beforehand in management, and then my dad called me. He was like, hey, why don't you come on board? And I was like, you know, they needed some help. You know, there's a little bit of a road bump, and in the past I've always helped them out, so I had prior knowledge of the machines specifically, but also being as that intermediary in the middle to be able to communicate with our suppliers, our customers, and then also to our staff. So that was really a big important part for my dad. So, you know, I just felt like my parents have always been there for me. They've always supported what I've always wanted to do. And, you know, they're your parents, you know, you gotta help out.
Do you enjoy the technology side of things with the digital age? What do you like most about it, and is that what's going to keep you around? Is that challenge staying on the cutting edge?
It is. You know, I've seen like how my parents have always adapted to the industry. You know, these days especially too, everything's going digital. The possibilities are endless. They're driving down costs, which is great. At the end of the day, it makes it better for the end user, which is our customers. Every year, new technology comes out and it gets better, and we constantly have to be aware of what's coming out to adjust our plans for the future, but also ultimately to create a better quality product, and it's something that always keeps me busy.
How does True Abutment support you on a day-to-day though? You work with True Abutment quite a bit.
Yeah, they're great. One big thing for me, and I think it's also I could speak for my parents and everyone here, is that service is really important. If one of our computers is down, or maybe a scan body that one of our companies supplied us isn't good, any little thing like that will halt the production. It's catastrophic. And the one big thing that I've always come to appreciate, but also made me realize this is why we're in business with True Abutment, is that their support team, they're there. I call them, I'm not sent voicemail. I'm not told, sorry, we'll call you back in 3 days. It's right then and there. Kevin specifically has been great. He checks up on me, and it's been a pleasure working with Kevin and the support team. So I think for me specifically, the support has always been there, yeah.
Where did the name Phoenix? Why Phoenix Dental Lab?
When we before the purchase, we were thinking they have a new name, but the many doctors know they already finished names.
Okay.
So they just we cannot change it.
You
so
just adopted the Phoenix. You're like, okay, that's ours as well. I mean, that's a smart business move. To change something, you might lose the relationship that other doctors might know only the name. So how is the team built here? How many employees do you have?
With include the owners we have 14.
14?
Yeah.
Got it. So 14. And so are they family? Are they friends? Do you search out from some of the dental schools to bring them in? How do you build this team that you have?
We actually, every year, we sponsor interns with a dental technician school in Busan, South Korea. So it's nice that we can also foster them an environment to kind of teach them, all post-school as well too, so to get the real hand experience in the lab setting, but at the same time, it helps us out too, but a lot of it, I think, over the years has been, for certain roles, has been hiring and then teaching from the ground up.
One more. 3. 고맙습니다.
Bach, David, thank you so much for letting me come in and tell me the story. I'm so glad that you came in and you've essentially kind of taken over the lab, so to speak, and I'm sure your family obviously love that you're here as well. Good luck with everything.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
See you guys.
Yeah,
see you later.
Okay.
Well, there you go. Another episode in the books. It's a great guy right there. I think this is going to be even more successful than it's already been. Until next time, bye.